Right, so we've got the table that I started making a month ago or more. Got busy, never decided to finish it. This camera might lose its mind. There we go, it's already losing its mind. Uno momento. Oh, there we go. Did it sort itself out? No. Right, so, yeah. What was I saying? Started this doing the welding table. I say the welding table, the fixture table. This bad boy. 6mm sheet still. Right. It's very heavy. Made a base for it. I'm going to cut the legs, make the legs so they fold up. I've had a little bit of a measure up, and I'm gonna. This is the frame that the top sits on. I'm going to make the legs the same length as this, so that when I fold up, it sits on the edge of the welding table and can lean against the wall easier. So I'm going to take that measurement. I'm going to mark it on these bits of steel here, and I've bought a new tool. So I'll quickly get it out of the box. It is. So what we're going to do. It is chop saw. Now, I've already used it because I do some laminate flooring, but that was only the other day. But because of the size of it, I don't actually have anywhere to put it to cut steel at a minute. I'm just going to use the box which it came in. It's got a pretty cool like thing for round tubing, which is quite nice. Which make my life easier when I'm doing exhaust stuff. Mainly the reason I bought it, not just for this one job. Now, I'm going to use that as a table because I don't have a table. Now, it's a pretty aggressive piece of kit, so I'm going to mark them bits up and then we'll get to cutting. See you in a sec. Right, well, we've had a bit of a issue. The supply to the garage wiring is fine because I've redone that, but the supply to the garage isn't man enough to run the saw, so I'm having to run it off a socket and an extension lead from the house. Pain in the arse. But it isn't the end of the world. We can get around it. I am going to be putting in a bigger supply from the house eventually, but it's time and money. It's the biggest problem. Right, let's get this in there a minute. So, we need to cut these at 980. How long does it stick? Ooh, not enough to get 2 out of 1. Marker. $9.80. Bosh. Right, I've just cut that, and because I thought I was filming. Anyway, I've cut one, but as it's a cold cut, you can touch it and use it straight away, which is nice, and you get a nice clean cut. But yeah, so what I was saying, try it again. These lamps, are 980, it's top to bottom, because then when we set them in the, like so, because I'm going to make a plate for that to bolt into, and then have a swing pivot point, and then I'll bolt through on the other one so they're scissor action, and I'll put a pin that they locate into evenly like that. But yeah, so at the minute I've just cut one, got 4 more to cut like this, 980, I'll do that quick and then we're good to go. I should really put some gloves on. Most precise jobbing. Boom, perfect. There we have it. 4 legs, perfectly level. Tell you what, I wish I owned one of them sooner. Beautiful. Right. What I need to do is drill through the centre, middle of them, so measure halfway. Drill through, put a bolt in there. I'm gonna put a link between them ones, just top and bottom. But I'm not going to use this heavy stuff, just because there shouldn't be any load on it. It's just to stop it from making life easier doing it. So I'll probably use some square box I've got down there, but I need to get it mounted on here first so I can work out exactly what's what. But I'm going to use this stuff here. It's pretty simple. So I'm going to just do what am I going to do? What's that? I don't know what the width of that is. Right, that's 50, so I'll do 2 at 100 to go on the side. I don't know if that's in frame. And a point there, and then the other one will weld on there. I might leave it at 100mm. I might do 2 at 100mm actually, can't I? I'll do, yeah, 2 at 100mm, and then Yeah, because I don't want it inside there. I'd rather it. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, fuck it. Let's do a couple of 200 and then oh fuck it, we'll do 400 because we always cut them down afterwards anyway. I've done them the same length as that, but then that's going to be raised. So if I do lower it 50 mil, from that centre line to there is so 25 would be there. That'd be the edge. Moved out 50. Yeah, we'll do 4 of them and then we'll weld them flush in the centre there, so we only lose. It'll be fine. Good. We'll do that. Boom. 4 of the little bastards done. We'll need to use a grinder just to clean the edges, but other than that, we should be good. What I'll do is I'll clamp them in the vise and I'll drill straight through them so they're all uniform. I'll measure one up, stamp it, and we'll drill it up. Right, so I've drilled my plates. They're not perfect, so don't judge, but I need to work out where I'm going to put them for like the pivot point. I think, if I'm honest, I'll just get them just slightly off centre because that'll give me a better like radius arc across. So I'll have a bit of a gap. I'll put like another spare bit underneath this as a spacer, weld them in place, and then that should be enough for when it goes around, if that makes sense. Maybe. So yeah, we'll just well, these are 40, that's 50, so I mean 5 mil over would technically be centre. Yeah, fuck it, we'll eyeball it. We'll eyeball it there. I had a thing here a minute ago. Right, let's drill that. Will that go all the way through? Oh, just about. Okie dokie. I've just got to make sure that that is pretty much in parallel with that. Otherwise we'll get a bit of binding. Well, seem to have worked. What I might do, because it's the legs, I'm going to put an 8mm bolt in it. I'm going to, rather than doing the 8mm hole that I did for the plates, I'm going to put a 9mm in. To give me half a mil on either side. Mainly, I would use an 8.5, but I've broken it. And again, this is not an engineered piece of steel, so fuck it. Boom. Boo shaka. Tell you what I've also realised as well, which is a slight fuck up on my part, the pivot point. So for this, for instance, because obviously that joint is going to be there, like so, I need to allow for a gap, so I'm probably going to allow for 50mm. Where the fuck would I take measure? Oh, I'll tell you what, my eyes are like tape measures. That is 49mm. Should, right, 50 mil. 50mm. So what did I say they were? They were 980. But I've got to take 50mm off the end. So, well, I'll take 100mm there, 100mm there. So to find the centre of that, if I go, how have I done that? I've only taken 50mm off. Yeah, 930, half of 930 is 45. 465. 465. So if I just mark that, right, I need to find some fixings for that. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll drill the hole here and on that one, and then I'll get the plates bolted to this so we can eyeball it on this setup, get the one side set up and ready, and then I'll be back. Right, so the GoPro's decided it wants to die, so you're going to get a really weird shot of just my legs. So this is how the table is going to be underneath. It's not going to be the most stable thing in the world. Like, I wouldn't smash bearings out on it. It'll probably be fine. It's quite heavy, but it's also not a 600 quid CNC water jet cut fixture table made by an idiot in his garage with mainly hand tools, a welder and a mag base. Now I want this a 900 to the underside of the table. Table's 6mm, but I'm not. Basically, I want it about here. So when I sit down, I've got a chair. I don't know where it is. Oh, it's down here. That when I've sat down, it's in front of me, so I can weld like nicely. So that's the main premise of that. I'm going to do build the exact same thing for the other side. I've got that clamped up, so what I might do is unbolt that quick, just weld them on, and then do the exact same for the other side. And then I need to work out how I'm going to lock these in place down there, whether I just set up a piece of metal that would locate this would locate into, or what. At the minute it's just friction holding it there, but obviously once it's all together there's a lot of weight pushing down on it and it will collapse. But I might even just run a bar on the inside of it with some pegs. Maybe even put it so I can rotate it, because obviously once I rotate it, it will just lock into that anyway. So we shall see, but it's working. It's going how I want it to go, which is good. So I'll manufacture the other side. Cool, look at that, manufacture, sounds fancy. And then we'll get back into, once I've welded, just before I weld them with 2 bits on. Win-win. Well, it's very noisy in here, but I've attached that bracket. I've also welded a nut on the back just to make life a bit easier. Doing that, I'm just going to prep the next bit of bar with brackets, and then hopefully we'll get it all back together. Yeah, so see what happens. Set up the same. It's clamped. I've got a little spacer, same as the other one, so when it comes around, this edge doesn't contact it, so it's free moving. So what I'll do, I'll weld this up, tack that nut on the back, same as that one, stop it from going anywhere, make my life easier. I've only got to run the bolt in. I'll chop them to length. But once I've done that, oh, excuse me, I'm thinking of doing a similar thing here, but just with one plate either side, and then spacing the inner leg in, the thickness of that. Just pop some washers on it just to bump it out. And then when it comes up, if I put a bolt in this side and a bolt in that side, it'll technically be in double shear, because I'm going to make that frame, I'm going to link the inside frame together with 2 points. So let's see how it goes. I'll weld it up, and then we'll assemble it all to the point where we're at, and then we'll work out how we're going to do them bad boys. Boom. Got that. The world is really loud, so apologies for that. So I didn't do. I can't see fucking shit. Uh-oh, I've welded a bit of the bolt. This is not good. Will it come out? I'll put that there. Look at that, beauty. Right, let's just quickly run that weld in. Run what? The fuck? I know what I meant. Oh, look on there. Oh, better running it downhill. What? You just have to deal with that, sorry. Until I get a fucking mic. Right. That's it. Pretty much set up. It's got a bit of wobble to it, but this floor is completely uneven. So I'm not too fussed. If it becomes an issue, I've just had a thought I can use a bit of angle and make like, do you know, bottoms of ladders where they extend out a little bit. But if I weld it on the back side of it, when it folds up, it shouldn't interfere. So, because obviously they scissor up, these go out that way. So if I do it on the back edges of both of them, we shouldn't have a problem, in theory. But we'll have a look once it's, I'm going to just tack these in quick, because I'm going to have to do one side, take the clamp off. So I've got clearance to clean this up to then tack for that as well. But once that's all together, we'll flip the table upside down, bolt them back together, and then measure this point, make two, because obviously as you can see it sort of tapers in. But that's just because there's play on the bolts, because I made it so there's a bit of wiggle room, make it easier to put it together. But once it's all together, it's not too much of a problem. But yeah, I'll do that quick and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've got it all together. It's all welded up. I just now need to measure between these bad boys, get them tight, and then should be able to measure one, make two, fit it in there at the top to square it all up, and hopefully we'll be good to go. Then we can I'll use my ramps, I'll lay them on the floor, get that plate down, put this on top, then use the clamps for that to clamp this to it, drill 4 holes through, find the bolts wherever they may be that I bought for this, because some countersunk ones, and I'll drill through, we can flip it over, countersink the top, get the bolts in, bolt it all up, and we are then good to go. Right, it's braced. It's got a little bit of a wobble to it, but that could be the floor. I mean, look at the floor over there. I'm not too bothered by a little bit of that. What we'll do now I've braced it. I've only tacked them, but there's no load on it. It's just to keep it together. I need to change, tap this nut again, because when I welded it up I fucked the thread up a bit. So I'll just run a tap through it. There shouldn't be a problem. And lock these nuts against them now. I think I've already done them ones. No, I haven't. I've done the center ones. Yeah, so I'll lock them nuts up against that, so they won't go anywhere. And then these ones will just be twiddling them about. Yeah, so I'll make some space because I'm running out of room in here. Make some space. I'll put them blocks of wood down, get the plate on top of it, just flip that up the other way, land it on there, get it roughly where I want it, and then I'm only going to do 4, so one there, one there, one there, one there, just so when it folds up it doesn't interfere with it. I'll probably get away with just doing one either side, but I'm going to do one there and there. I'll collapse it down so I know for a fact it won't interfere when we fold it up. We're getting near the end. I've just absolutely fucking wellied my finger as I was drilling through it, pulled through and smashed my finger straight down on the edge of the clamp, so good one. All the holes are drilled, so I'm going to unclamp it. I'm then going to stand the table up with the lot assembled, bolts in, and then I will Christ and White, my brain's gone dead. Yeah, I'll stand table up, then flip the top back on, and then get the countersink the holes. And I don't know where the bolts are, so I need to have a good old hunt for them. For the life of me, I can't remember where I put them, but I'll find them and then we're going together. I imagine they're probably in that mess there. So, well, I've done one, so I know it works. Just do the other 4 and then we're good to go. Boom. Yeah, nice to do that, should be nice flat. Right. Well, let's give this a brush off quick. Oh, that's quite warm. Don't know what I was expecting there. I need to reload all of these bad boys. Give it a better sorting. 1, 2, 3, 4. Beautiful. Boom. Look at that. Perfect. I might even, no, I'll keep them edges sharp so they grip better. But look at that, eh? And in theory, when I sat it, it's not too low. It looks like it might be too low, too high. Uh-oh. Oh no, that's alright, that's perfect height. Well, not ideal, but considering. Made with a tape measure. I'll take it. To be fair, I'll probably leave it like this. It's got a bit of an oily film to it. It'll stop it from rusting. And if I don't get enough conductivity, I can always clean off a bit with a grinder. And then I'll clamp to the actual table itself. But that is done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next one. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's see if the saw actually fits on it. Look at that. Perfect. I'll make a block of wood or something that's the same height as the deck. Yeah, if I make a block of wood the same height as the deck, when I've got stuff out here. Banging! Right. Finally. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.